Hi everybody, it's me, Gwendolyn Koken, and we are back for part 3 in the garden. Yes. So, today we are going to be planting cucumbers, which we did yesterday, but it's going to be in this video today. And the designing aspect of the garden, we've got that ready to get worked up. And I have some carrots that I started in egg cartons that I'm going to be planting in one of these triangular gardens. I can't wait for that. I actually, when I was getting the garden ready for it to be tilled, I found a head of a carrot that had gone to seed, and I planted that in one of my little compartments of I have two 18 egg cartons that I'm using. And then I went ahead just in case it wasn't going to work and bought some seeds. So, it actually worked. I have some carrots I'm going to plant. I haven't had much luck planting carrots in the ground, so I'm going to take those little round things and I'm going to kind of flatten them out and see how that works and get those planted. And then I did pick up some more plants from the store because, like I said, I'm just not having the best luck with some of my seeds that I started. And sure enough, I came out and checked out my pots that I left outside, and a little slug had chomped off one of the 2 beans that came up. Yeah, nature. They're just hungry. They just like it. So I'm gonna try beans again. But the other bed has been tilled. You can see on the other side of the, no you can't. Anyways, over there, we're gonna get the potatoes soon enough. Maybe not today. Today I'll probably plant some of the plants that I purchased at the store. And I did go ahead and I had to buy some watermelon starts because the watermelon weren't coming up either. So we're gonna get started. I'm gonna start with some fertilizer, and then we'll go from there. Well, the water was a little fast, a little furious, and it came down hard on my plants that have been suffering in the sun. But we're supposed to get better weather. It's going to drop about 15 degrees from today, so they'll have a chance to recover. And plants are really strong. And if they don't make it, I can replant. But I will say that the seeds that I have are not that viable. They're coming up kind of crooked. They're not coming up at all. I've had to replant like 3 or 4 times. And like I've got some stuff in these pots over here, and the seeds that are coming up have like 1 leaf and they're all crooked, weird looking, and some of them aren't coming up at all. So it's a little frustrating. You know, you buy your seeds, they're expensive, and you save them and you take care of them, and then they still don't work. So, you know, nature has a way of making things viable, and if they're too old, they're not going to be viable. I mean, that's just how it goes. So I might have to get some new pumpkin seeds and some new watermelon seeds, but And green beans, yeah, just gonna have to get some bush beans and some pole beans. But anyway, I'm gonna work on this bed behind me, and I'm gonna take you with me. Alrighty, now we're going to plant some cucumbers. It's the last planting for this video, and I'm gonna plant them down there. So I cut out the square. That's where the cucumbers are going. I got the paths here. And it's hard to say what we're going to be putting in here, but I do have my cucumbers, and actually, check it out. Baby radishes. Baby radishes. That is what I moved over here. At least we'll have some. Okay? So I roughed it up, and I'm gonna add some manure, and I have probably 8 or 9 cucumber plants, maybe 10, and let's get started. Alrighty. Alrighty. So exciting. The garden is on. We've got cucumbers, we've got onions, we've got broccoli. Whew. Next go around, we're going to be doing some potatoes and carrots and beans. Like I said, I got to go get some beans. But thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. And thank you for loving to garden as much as I do. Bye. Okay, everybody. These are my carrots and some delphiniums over here. So this is what we're going to plant. This is the one from the seed heads. It's not going to be the same as those there. So I'm going to put this in the lower corner. Okay, here we go. gonna water them in. Okay, everybody, I got the fertilizer on there, and I'm gonna get the landscape fabric, and I'm gonna start laying it out because we're gonna be planting Yukon Gold. There's a red skinned potato we're gonna plant, and russets. So actually I like the Yukon Gold and those red skinned potatoes better than the russets. Russets have that, you know, funky texture, but the other ones are great for mashing potatoes or just making up some pan fries or something. Okay, let's get started. Here we have our potatoes. These are the Yukon Gold. And these are the red I was talking about. And Mark's gonna bring me some russets. Okay, so I have 4 russets. They're just from the store. And yeah, we're gonna plant them on the outside edge here. Go get those other 2. On this end bed here, I have watermelon. My watermelon refused to sprout, or the creature ate it, I'm not sure. But I'm gonna plant those in this bed when we're done with the potatoes. Well, I don't see any sprouting on this one. Maybe right here. Right here. Okay. We'll mix that up. Pull it over to the side. Okay, everybody. It's getting hot out here. We got the potatoes in, and I planted Romanesco Italian zucchini here with my other zucchinis. So this little bed of this segment of the garden is now full. Now I'm going to plant these watermelon. This is actually a nice big long flowing area for them, and they will always get attention. They're gonna get long and viney, and there's gonna be plenty of room on either side. Last planting for this video, green beans. Okay, so my husband made the suggestion that I roll them in 7 dust before I put them into the ground, because that will probably keep the nematodes away. And he thinks that that has been my problem all along, is that the little nematodes that are in the potting soil or just even in the soil, they go after the seeds and eat them while they're starting to sprout, because they want all that nutrition. So I'm gonna give it a go, and I'm gonna plant them in one of my little triangular beds here. So let's get started. There are the beans. We got them in. We're supposed to get some rain tomorrow, so we'll see. Maybe a little drizzle or something, just enough to make the weeds grow. But that's part of gardening. I have this excellent tool that I like to scrape the paths with before the weeds get too big and crazy. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. And thank you for loving to garden as much as I do. Bye.